Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the 80-60 rule. I am Mark, and I'm 60 years old. And that
Hello,
over there.
everyone. Oh, did I interrupt you, Mark? I'm sorry. I'm getting. Hello, everyone. I'm Greg, and I'm 81 years old now, actually.
Right? Yeah. If we were fact checking, you're 81.
Yes.
If we're fact checking, I'm still 60, but soon to be 61.
Transparency. Are you? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
What?
No, you're right. I thought you were 61. No. Okay.
No. Do I look 61? I probably look 61 though, don't I?
Don't ask that question. I might say
yeah.
You look 70.
All right. What's going on this week?
Before I say this, I'm going to just say today's 3 days. It's interesting that April 15th is very big. Jackie Robinson Day, number 42. I'm so happy, really, what the baseball major leagues are doing for Jackie Robinson all these years. I guess, and one thing, the most thing is these young guys that are playing baseball, they got to know history.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Jackie Robinson, a lot of things would run. Plus, I really liked them as a player. As much as I hated the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Dodgers. This was like battles with the Phillies, as you can see in my Philly shirt here, gang. They were scrappy. They were people like I go to the type like when that batters were afraid to go up against Bob Gibson because he would hit you. You know, I like that kind of stuff. It's like no, don't touch me. Don't it's a shout out.
Wait, let me add something about that Jackie Robinson Day, because I heard yesterday. I knew this, but then I had forgotten it over the years. But then I heard them talking about it yesterday on one of the games, that it started about where every player wears number 42 as a tribute. It started because Ken Griffey Jr. asked Bud Selig,
yes,
hey, is it all right if I wear 42 on this particular day? And then
wear 42. You can wear 42.
And then that happened, and then they did it where everybody wears 42. It's really one of the better tributes in all of sports, right? In terms of bringing attention to something that's pretty cool.
Right. And the other thing, I watched it yesterday, gang, and I saw it years ago, but this was better. This was a movie with Mark Wahlberg, American Manhunt, the Boston Bomber. That was really something to watch. It's 3 episodes, 3 hours. On Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So if you get a chance, it came out yesterday, or I don't know, this week. Boston Bomber. It's
but it's called American
Manhunt.
American
Manhunt, the Boston Bomber.
Got it. And these are the two brothers, right?
The two brothers, yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what happened? What turned him around is that he was doing well, and his brother too, and he couldn't be in the wrestling team, the Olympics, because he's not a U.S. citizen to participate in the Olympics as a U.S. He's not a U.S. citizen. He couldn't do it.
That's what it was about?
That's what it's about.
Wow.
And because of that, he thought all Muslims, that's what started him.
Wow.
He was a good wrestler, and the other brother was a good kid and all that. His history teacher said, I never had a problem with this kid. We never talked issues at all. But I just want to say it's very good. It keeps you. I had to stop the tape to eat because I didn't want to forget. So I mean,
I didn't want to miss anything. Yeah.
So let's. I got some things here, gang. This has been bothering me. This bothers me all the time not all the time, but for things. When somebody's done something, I'll just read the article I wanted to read by Nicholas Kristof on AIDS. It says, on AIDS, Bush was a hero. That means the son. And listen to this. And because what happens, some people do a lot of stupid things, but maybe they've done one thing that really turned it around their life or whatever. Well, let me just say this. The guy says, this is a tough call for a liberal to write. Remain me called that I spent 8 years hammering George Bush. But however, Bush started the single best policy of any president in my lifetime. This year marks the 20th anniversary of Bush's program to fight HIV and AIDS. That turned the tide of the epidemic and has saved 25 million lives so far. So I just wanted to say that it's like we have to give people credit, even though you might not like a person or what he or she did. Maybe they did something right that was good, and you're overlooking it because of your hostility.
Yeah.
To other issues,
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess the top line in somebody's biography, sometimes it paints the picture, but other times it doesn't paint the full picture. So that's a good point.
Yeah.
You got to read through it and see. Yeah.
I remember, I mean, people get upset about this years ago. And I said, why does he do that? But with Gerald Ford partnering Richard Nixon, that was horrific to me. That was, what are you doing? Then I read further and further. It would have torn up the country.
Yeah. But now, all these years later, if he wouldn't have pardoned him, maybe the guy, the former guy, wouldn't have felt emboldened just to do whatever he wanted.
That's right. But at that time,
right. But
that was the best decision, and for all those years it worked well.
Yeah. No, I get that point, but now that I've seen some historians look back on it and say, all these years later, would that have made a difference if there was some accountability for the stuff Nixon did? Very cool.
Another thing I want to say, I watched a great show, Good Vibrations. I got fun. The Beach Boys. I was dancing when they're singing the song, the Grammy Awards to the Beach Boys.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, that's right. That's your era right there.
Oh, my era, yes, Beach Vibrations. Get around, Rhonda, get around. Okay, I was ready to. I went. Come on. It was fun. So the Beach Boys.
Right. Cool.
Do you remember the Beach Boys?
Were you wearing your flip flops?
No, I wasn't. I've still got my.
Have you ever been in the Pacific Ocean?
No.
No. You've been in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, but never the Pacific Ocean. Okay.
Let me tell you a story about the Atlantic Ocean.
All right.
How it things are at.
Wait, is this about your feet?
Yes. You know it? Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell the story.
Gang, I come from the Jersey area, the Philadelphia area. And we would go to Atlantic City, Wildwood, Cape May. The gang, my gang, and all that. And I would look, and I would see.
What age are you right here while you're telling? What age are you?
Well, up until when I left Philadelphia, I was 37.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were talking like when you were a teenager or something like that.
No. I would see. I would just look, I would be in the ocean. Then, about 50 years ago, let me see, in my 20s, I went to Greece. I go to Greece and I go to Athens, and then I go to a port. I can't remember the port. And I go in the ocean, and I look down and I see my feet. I said, this is a miracle. How do I see my feet? I never saw my feet in Jersey. How can this happen? I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
Clear water. All right. Beautiful.
Yeah. Which is right. I came to Philly. I go from Philly, and I get invited. I go to my aunt's house in Chicago, and I go in, and she puts the TV on, and I see color. Oh. What is this? I said, what a revelation. Color. It's something like that.
Yeah.
If you never had it, you go like, color
Yeah.
TV?
Yeah, if you've never seen it. Yeah.
I just had to say those things, Mark.
Very cool.
I'll never forget that. Never forget that with my feet. I remember that. I looked at my feet. I said, I'm looking at my feet. I don't see that in Atlantic City.
No.
Let's talk some sports. Tell us
All
about the Masters. Any comments on it?
John Rahm, dominant weekend, came away with the green jacket. So it was a great weekend. It was, interrupted by weather a few times, but he played great, and, some beautiful golf played by Koepka, so it was exciting. I love it. I love watching the Masters. It's the
Good,
whole
good.
vibe. I love the birds tweeting when they come in and out of commercials. It's like, gets me thinking spring. I love it.
I've never been into golf.
Yeah, you don't have the patience for golf. You would, yeah, you'd be a club thrower. You'd be,
Yeah.
if you slice the ball, that club of yours would go into the pond over there. So
Even tennis too. Like I hit the ball once, and the ball, instead of going forward, went backwards. I said, I'm never going to be Pete Sampras.
well, I'm not a good golfer, but I love it. But I'm really bad, and that's the nice thing about age. When I was bad in my 20s and 30s and 40s, it was like a big deal. It's like, oh, I was intimidated. I didn't like to go with people because I didn't want anybody to see how bad I was. Then when you hit like 60, you're like, I don't care. I'm just going to go out and have fun. It's the nice thing about getting old is you kind of stop worrying about what people think about you, you know?
Well, yesterday with me, where I go to a club, that pickleball is a thing. And I look at it, and I say, am I going to just make a fool out of myself? And so I'm not as mature as you, Mark. I'm not that way. I'm not.
That's
mature.
all right. Keep working on it. You'll
I'm not mature enough. I would still be mad. Like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me?
I can see you smashing it at the old lady across the net.
Yeah. Remember this now to say it, Mark. A great article, why Tampa Rays are good. Did they win last night? I don't even know.
Oh man, I don't know. I know they were losing when
And
what was the score of the Tampa Bay Rays game last night? They lost.
they lost.
They're 13-1. The Blue Jays beat them.
Yeah, lost. And why am I saying that? Because you cannot fall in love with your players. Oh, and what? No, I just repeated myself. Why am I saying that? Because Tampa Bay, why they are so good, one reason is because of their attendance. They have no fan base. So you can get a guy who's very good, and he leaves 3 years, and then you get other people. It's not like, oh my gosh, you can't get rid of him.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. They
That's
don't
what
have the
Mike
they don't have
Barnacle-
they don't have the luxury of falling in love with their players
Yeah,
because they can't
exactly
afford
right.
to pay them.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right. So they need a great farm system and great player development,
So they come up.
Yeah.
Another 3 years, you get rid of, they don't have
Yeah.
a fan base. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for baseball to see half a stadium, maybe 8,000 people at a game.
Right.
How can they survive?
Well, that's Oakland. There's minor
Yeah.
league teams that are drawing better than Oakland.
Yeah.
So the buzz around Oakland is maybe or about the Oakland situation is maybe Vegas is going to get a team, Oakland would move there, which would be fantastic, right? Vegas needs a team, don't they? Baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see how they're doing with hockey. I don't know.
Yeah, they're doing great. They're doing
They
great.
need a team. Yeah. I read the paper. I go, what a sweeper? What is this?
Yeah.
So, those are some of the topics that I wanted to. It's nice that we're discussing. How we doing on time?
We should wrap it up.
Okay.
All right.
Be the rapper.
Yeah. All right.
The
Thank you,
rapster.
everybody.
So who would do this with Saturday Night Live? The Rapster, this, the what? I forgot there was a guy with Saturday Night Live. I used to like that, the monster, the this, the that, never. Okay. Somebody with Saturday Night Live. Okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Gregory, the Terminator or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Thank you, everybody, for joining in with our conversation here. We appreciate it. We'd like you to like or subscribe or comment down below. Greg, always great talking to you. You've got
Thank
a
you,
lot of
Mark.
energy today. I'm very impressed with your energy. You're looking, and we should go out and hit the tennis ball around today.
No, I was still, you know, you're 60. I tell you, I'm not, I don't have your maturity.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
keep
have
working
it.
on it.
No, I don't have it. I don't have it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Take care. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.